Hello everybody, Joe Bagdones here, and welcome back for another episode of One. Recording a little late. I meant to record this yesterday. It's currently Tuesday now. But because of the at a national holiday here in the U.S., federal holiday, which means everyone got work off except for me because it's the weekend duty. So someone's long weekend for time off turns into someone else's long weekend for working. So, yeah, got fucking dicked over this week, but they're making it up to us because I got this Thursday off. So, lose a day there, gain a day there, yada yada, blah blah blah. I'm probably gonna be not very coherent and maybe yawny. I don't know. I'm not really a yawny tired person. As I say that, I start yawning. I'm also not a very trustworthy person, as you should all know by now, but it's like 3 p.m., which is like way late. For a normal person, that's like 2 a.m. for them. So yeah, I've been staying up, I've been on that FF14 grind. I had planned, I just got my Dragoon to level 50. I wanted to start leveling Black Mage, but bro, those 15-20 minute queue times, unbearable. So I'm probably gonna fucking bite the bullet and start leveling a tank. So yeah, gonna have to do that for the first time. That's gonna be fucking exhilarating. Anyway, you don't care about my MMO woes. You're here for my visual novel woes. So let's just get right into that and continue possibly being uncomfortable with courting Mayu, because it's all about power dynamics and consent, and if you're getting some real muddy waters there when you're talking about someone with a significant, I don't want to say lower IQ, but mental disability compared to a more able person, and it's what are the dynamics and proper ability to consent, and it's that's a fucking thorny bush to go poking around in, but we're gonna do it, so here we go. As always, the sound of the curtain being drawn back, letting in sunlight that shoots through to the back of my eyes. Oh, hey, the music is doing the weird thing again. I don't know what I'm answering. Yes. Yeah, I have. Cool. Is the music still whack? No? Okay. For whatever reason, it seems to always be that track in particular, that whenever I start up a new recording session, it gets all fucking crusty and it's almost like it's snagging on itself. Weird. As I come out into the corridor, I catch sight of the back of one of my classmates. Oh hey, what's up, Akane? Not having noticed my presence, Sudamura continues on her way towards the entrance hall. Please don't pursue her. She has zero interest in us this route, and has made that perfectly clear. Not even baka. It's I really don't have any particular feelings towards you. Please leave me alone. Because honestly, I'm pretty sure we've mentioned this before, but the opposite of love isn't hate, it's just complete indifference. And she does not give a flying fuck about us in this route. I think about calling out to her, but end up hesitating. Right now, I don't even know what I'd say to her. Yeah, because we don't even know her this route. We just stalked her out into the courtyard and forced her to have lunch with us, and it was really awkward, and then went back inside. No study for exams because we're a big fucking loser. No, I'd better study for exams after all. But study for the exams after all, I'm afraid of what might happen afterwards. Let's go and have plenty of fun after the winter holidays begin. I end up heading straight home without stopping off anywhere. What a diligent student. I don't care, Eternity. Go straight home. No fun time allowed. We were about to go home. Emerging from the classroom, Nagamori comes over to me. With what? I found it a little tough. Oh, exams. Yeah. Head straight home. I'd better go home and study after all. Yeah, that'll probably be probably be my only break today. You can already hear it. The incoherence has started. We decide to head straight home without stopping off anywhere on the way. It's getting to the point where things will look pretty bad if I don't study, so I resign myself to sitting down at my desk. Hello, empty lot. Empty, rain-battered lot. And in the center, a girl who continues even now to stand there. Is this the day where she, almost passes out? Satomura? I don't know if the little call that I give reaches her. Satomura just remains silent. It feels as though she's denying me from even stepping inside the lot. You'll catch a cold like that. Calling out quietly to her one more time, I move onwards. Coming into the classroom, I take my seat. Glancing casually in the direction of the corridor, I see Satomura appear from the back door. Responding to her nearby classmates with just a bow, she quickly takes her own seat. At last, I feel like that should say at last, the teacher for the first period enters through the front door, and the fourth day of the final exams for the year begins. Has it stopped raining? Don't know. I think we're just gonna be going straight home once again. Nagamori comes over to me the moment homeroom ends. Ah, Nagamori, let's go and have fun until we drop today. What? In that case, you shouldn't have come over. Hurry up and get out of here. Who is this Mayu person? Get the feeling that I end up getting tired whenever Nagamori and Sheena are in the same place at once. Nah, I'll pass. I've got something to take care of in another class. You two go on and have fun. Yeah, we'll play together next time. She doesn't look very convinced, but she leaves reluctantly anyway. Now then, I guess I'll go home too. We've been given plenty of time this afternoon to make up for how busy we've been lately. I'll have to make efficient use of this time. Make use of this time if I'm going to fully enjoy this feeling of freedom. Ignore her. Nagamori. I get the feeling that I'm really gonna make it peacefully. What? That I'm really gonna make it peacefully to school today without anything happening. Let's go, Nagamori. The two of us are about to take a glorious step that'll make it into the history books. Nagamori stops me as I'm about to pass through the gates. She stands there looking anxious as she glances back and forth between my face and the other girl's face. I guess I just can't ignore someone who's come to talk to me after all. Do you know her, Nagamori? Are you sure she's not someone you know? Yeah, she looks like the person you knew in preschool or fucking whatever. Guess I'll just keep sleeping. Head home. Phone go burr. The phone begins to ring. Yukiko-san probably hasn't come home yet. As usual, I have no choice but to pick it up myself. Yes, hello? A panicked voice. There's only one person who calls me by that name. Nagamori? What's wrong? Did something happen? What? She's going on winter holidays before us? No, that's enviable. Eh? So this is what they mean by a bolt from the blue. Okay, makes sense. We've been discussing Sheena since morning. Is that what Sheena's mother said? A week. It's already long past that now. It's already been more than 10 days since Sheena started attending her school. Ooh, yeah. So, the school definitely found out. It's true. I know that it's not good for her to integrate herself into our class like this. Before that happens, we ought to send her back to her school while she still retains some interest in having relationships with others. Yeah, she's not the type to mention things like that on her own. Damn it. I'll pick on her for the whole day today. We enter the classroom to immediately find Sheena bothering Nanase by pulling her pigtails. Let her do as she likes. Even that pain shouldn't be too bad if you consider that's for the last time. What, you mean us or her? You're gonna fucking beat her up? Finally having escaped from Sheena's clutches, Nanase pushes me into the corridor. It sounds like you've already worked it out. That's right. What, you feeling lonely? It's always people like that who end up hugging on to them and bawling their eyes out in the end. Yeah, she's right. Oh, is that so? Well, I'm just conveying the news. Cry, and try to stop her from leaving, or whatever else, it's up to you. Whoa, Hige's here. Let's go back. As usual, once lunchtime comes around, I find Sheena standing there, staring blankly into space. Since it's her last day, I should... be nice to her. Yeah, since it's her last day, I should be nice to make up for the times I was strict on her. Okay, Sheena, I'll buy your lunch for you today, so you just wait right there. Leaving Sheena to wait for me in the classroom, I head to the cafeteria on my own. Since it's her last day, I think it's okay to be extravagant. Buying up a whole heap of the hamburgers she loves so much, I carry them back to the classroom in my arms. Sheena! She comes pattering over as I enter the classroom and call out to her. Check it out. I brought you plenty of hamburgers. Now let's grab a seat and eat. Grab a seat and eat. A lot of hard consonants in that sentence. As usual, we set up camp around Nanase's seat and pour the hamburgers into a pile onto her desk. Ew! Hamburger grease all over her desk. Bet she loves that when she goes to put her fucking worksheet down and just fucking grease soaks right into it. Right then, go ahead and eat. I really don't want to think about eating right now. I just ate an entire large pizza from Pizza Hut by myself. Don't judge me. I haven't eaten in like 26 hours, and I probably won't eat for another 24 hours or more. That's just how I live my life. Quickly picking one up, she bites into it. I pick one up too. I wonder where Nanase's gone.
Mayu!
Nagamori appears, carrying a big bag in her arms. Ah! Don't tell me that you... God, that's such a good sprite! We don't get to see it enough! Ah! Thump, thump, thump. The mountain of hamburgers on Nanase's desk grows even higher. Sheena is the only one looking pleased. Wait, don't tell me that Nanase is... Looking around the class, I see Nanase opening the door. Taking a single look in our direction, she makes to close the door and leave. I get up from my seat and chase after her. Hey, just where do you think you're carrying all those hamburgers? I don't think you can do that. Can't return food. Come on, get back here. Guess everyone in class is getting a hamburger today. Wait, it's gonna collapse. Do it carefully. Thump, thump, thump. The mountain of hamburgers grows even higher with Nanase's portion. It's as if the four of us are preparing to begin an eating contest. Ready, go! This is no joke. Much. The only one still eating is Sheena. But it isn't long before even she... Glug, glug. Did you at least get through a full 3 today? Or did you stop at 2 in, like, 1 bite? Just as I thought. But she managed to eat 3 today. Oh, that's a good effort for her. Nice! Oh god, I'm choking. Oh, I'm full of dust. I was in my basement right before I recorded. There was a big storm that blew through here over the weekend. Completely destroyed my pop-up, like, tent, tarp, shed thing that I keep my bike and lawnmower in. It's, like, in a pile, like, up against the side of my house. Just in all sorts of configurations it's not supposed to be in. I've just given up on trying to put it back together. I'm just going to leave it there for, like, the next couple days, and So I moved my bike and lawnmower into my basement. But, oh man, got a bunch of, like, grass dust and pollen and regular dust, probably asbestos, and who knows what else, all in my trachea. So, we will persevere. All of you? Yes. There's no need to put yourself down like that. Gah. Gripping a hamburger in both hands, she begins to tear into it at an incredible pace. Scrump, scrump, scrump. What an interesting onomatopoeia for eating. But she doesn't last for even 5 minutes. 4 is her limit. Yes, you do. You've bought them. You're gonna have to eat them. I don't know, go draw on the chalkboard or something. Okay, Sheena, let's go and play.
私も行くよ。
Nanase continues to furiously wolf down the hamburgers. Leaving her behind, we head out into the classroom. What shall we play, Sheena?
Kempa.
What? Right then, let's play Kempa. I don't know what that is. Having already foreseen her answer and brought a stick of chalk out with me into the corridor, I begin to draw a circle in the corridor.
そんなとこに書いたら。
Don't worry, it's fine. I'll make sure to erase it. We play hopscotch until the chime rings. Probably never would have played something like this if Sheena hadn't suggested it. You still didn't answer what Kempa is. Is that just like a Japanese version of hopscotch? I don't know. Google, save me. Kempa. Nope, not that. I don't even know what I just spelled. Aha. Save me Nihongo dictionary. Cool, that was no help whatsoever. Oh. One of the kanjis can be waves, billows, Poland. Okay. I'm even more confused now than when I started my search. If Nagamori and I have some free time together, would we really have ended up playing this game? Just what are the odds that anywhere in the world, boys and girls at this age alone together would end up playing this game? The great majority of them would probably just end up talking about topics they have an interest in. And once they get tired of that, maybe a video game, or if they have the money, karaoke, bowling, or billiards. What kind of... Do high schoolers go to play pool? I don't know. I don't think so. That seems like a little more like a fucking, like, once you're in your 20s kind of thing, you start going to dives and fucking playing pool. Playing is something that only happens once someone is having fun. That's something that I only fully realize now. Sheena's sweating and panting, but still happily jumping about. It's fun for us too as we watch her. It's fun to hop around together. But without the person who finds it the most fun, this wouldn't be happening. Not with just Nagamori and I. Thinking about it like that, I can hold back no longer. Skipping Nagamori's turn, I leap forward. Snooze, you lose. You were taking too long, you idiot. Nagamori probably feels the same way. We continue to jump, even while earning laughs from the students passing us by in the corridor. Playing the game we would have never played, but for Sheena. By the time we returned to the classroom, Nanase is lying face down in the mountain of hamburgers. I don't like that image. Okay, like, grease, gross. Hamburger grease, double gross. Cold hamburger grease. Ew. Hey, are you okay? As I give her a shake, she turns to look at me with tears in her eyes and cheeks stuffed to the maximum capacity. Seems she just can't swallow anymore. You idiot! Go and spit it out. Nodding, she hurriedly dashes out of the classroom as class is about to begin. Ugh. And you're not even, like, drunk to numb the sensation of it. Unfortunate. When was the last time I threw up from overeating / being super drunk? I think it was like two years ago? Yeah, it was. it was a thing on base. This is when I was bumming in the dorms because I'd come back from retraining. They never cut me new orders to go to my new base, so I just had to go back to my old one. But they didn't have the airplane I was trained for at that base, so I just had to sit around, and I had already moved out of my place before going to get retrained because they were supposed to give me new orders there, but COVID fucked that all up. So I just sat around for 6 months doing nothing in like one of the hospitality dorms. And this is where the story gets good, is because they had a garbage disposal in the sink. And there was a combat dining out, which, if you don't know, it's a military thing where you go out and it's like at a parade ground and you just get fucking shit-faced. And you just eat and drink and eat and drink. And at some point I just stumbled back to my dorm, and this is at like 2 a.m. now. And I'm just like, oh god, I can't go to sleep because if I lie down, instant spins. And that's just like, nope. So I just get up and start like walking around outside, like it's essentially like, imagine like a college dormitory, and it's got like the commons between like all the dorm buildings, with the big walkways and open grass and fucking volleyball courts and whatnot. So I'm just like walking out there at like 2 a.m. in like December, just fucking plastered. Eventually come back to my dorm and just like, I'm gonna throw up. So I just go in the bathroom, flip on the garbage disposal and just let it all out. And when you're so overstuffed like that, it doesn't even feel like you're throwing up, because the stomach acid to whatever else ratio is so skewed that it just comes up, man. And that was a really gross story, and I'm sorry I told that to you. I do apologize. Like I said, I'm tired. This is, well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions, which now you were all forced to endure as well. Haha, sucks to be you. Now then, the time has come for us to part. I was thinking of going somewhere after class, but Nagamori has club activities, so that's out of the question. Since she wanted to be there at the final farewell, we decided to see Sheena off at the school gates. Turning the corner at the footpath, Nagamori comes running up to us. She's clutching a paper bag of hamburgers to her chest. Yeah, have these cold school cafeteria hamburgers as your farewell gift. Those aren't the tasteless hamburgers from the cafeteria. Oh. She had brought Mayu's favorite teriyaki burgers. There's still plenty of burgers left over from lunchtime, but there's no helping that, since we thought she would be the happiest with these ones.
Mayu, dozo.
Accepting the paper bag, she begins to eat the first one there and then. Oh, I hate the sound of people eating. It's awful. Nanase isn't here, is she? Either that or she's comatose in the nurse's office with fucking gut-wrenching heartburn. Well, I suppose those hamburgers and lunchtime were her farewell gift. But she is here. Ahead of us on the footpath, I catch sight of her just as she's turning to walk away. I chase after her. Hey! Just where do you think you're going carrying all those hamburgers? Don't tell such a transparent lies. Come on, get back here. Surprisingly, Sheena still looks delighted. I've never seen someone carrying so many hamburgers at once. That was a good read. Don't worry, we're idiots too. Just awkward, clumsy idiots. Well, this is goodbye, Sheena. Don't give me what? Now, the three of us will see you off here today, so you go on home by yourself. As she nods, the half-eaten hamburgers in her hand slides away and falls onto the ground.
ああ、まったく注意散漫なんだから。
Nagamori picks it up and dusts it off her. Oh! You're gonna give it back to her? A half-eaten hamburger that just fell on the ground? Okay, I'm a fucking filthy animal that'll eat food off the floor all day, but that's like... a hamburger? Really? On like... the fucking pavement in front of the school? No. However, it seems that the dirt has gotten inside, making it difficult to clean off.
ああ、取れないよ。
Put it in the garbage. Is she crying? I get the feeling that she's deliberately looking downward so as not to show us.
捨てる？うん、食べる。
No, throw it away! Don't you give her that fucking hamburger!
砂取れないし。
Oh god, please don't eat it.
じゃあこれ私が食べるよ。私にちょうだい。
That's even worse! Someone else's half-eaten hamburger off the ground? That's so fucking gross, Nagamori, no!
まゆ、しっかり勉強しなきゃダメだよ。ふえじゃないよ。ほら、うなずいて。
Sheena, if you see a stranger, think of them as your enemy. That's one of the ironclad laws of this world.
ふえ
Don't just say, "Hue." Come on, nod.
バカ、そんな無茶苦茶なことうなずかせないの。まゆ、私を見かけても他人のふりしなさい。
Okay.
で、七瀬さんまで何言ってるの。冗談。
Were you though?
みんな最後なんだからちゃんと。
You idiot!
ごめん。
What you mean to say is that it's the last day of Nanase's life.
これからよ。みんなバカでしょ。
See you around, Sheena. At this rate, we'll just stand here talking forever, so I decided to push the conversation to an end.
じゃあね、まゆ。バイバイ。
Has she realized? For a while, she simply stands still, staring at our faces. At last, however, she gives a big nod with an uh-huh and turns away. The hamburgers are a substitute for a parting bouquet. Munching on them as she goes on, Sheena heads home. Her back vanishes into the distance, occasionally almost bumping into another pedestrian as she looks to her side. Looking to my side, I see Nagamori biting into the dirty hamburger. No, you don't have to eat that. No. I thought you better than this, Nagamori. What's wrong?
今日から新しい学校行ってるのかな。
Sheena, you mean?
うん、
I guess she is.
泣いてないかな。
She could be.
心配だよ、私は。
You worry about everything.
うん、少し情が移っちゃったみたいだよ。
It's not as if you'll never be able to see her again. You can go to visit her on a day off, can't you?
うん、そうだね。
The classroom is still noisy as we enter. There still being 5 minutes before class. Cutting through the students engaged in their respective conversations, I take my seat in the window aisle. Yo, Nanase.
おはよう。
Feeling okay?
え？元気だけど。
I see. Oh, that's good then. my imagination, or does Nanase look down after all? Yeah, pull her hair. She seems like she's into it. I pull as hard as I can on Nanase's pigtails. What? I thought you'd be happy. You mean you wouldn't? I'm bored. As always, there's not a lot to do during the lunch once I finished eating. Usually, I just sleep through it, but somehow I just don't feel sleepy. Hey, Nanase, let's do something. I poke Nanase, who's seated directly in front of me, in the back. What's the point of revising? I know. Why don't you sabotage the lesson by planting a bomb? It depends on the size. Back to the usual Nanase. You don't have to force yourself to perform that particular feat, you know? In that case, let's play something. Heaving a sigh, Nanase turns to look outside the window. Her eyes suddenly stop and focus on something. I too look down into the courtyard. Gah! She's here. Sheena. Standing there by herself in the courtyard, she looks up in our direction with her hands in her coat pockets. It doesn't seem like she's noticed us through the window. Who knows? We only noticed just then, but she might have been standing there all morning. Don't tell Nagamori, okay? Knowing her, she'll just run out there without a second thought. We're just being dramatic and moody. Oh, it's nothing. Nanase was just daring me to jump out the window for 1,000 yen. Back me up, you idiot! Nagamori puts her hand on the windowsill to look down into the courtyard. The gig's up. Whirling around, she immediately tries to leave the classroom. Wait, Nagamori! I grab a hold of her arm. You'll ruin everything if you go out right now. Even so, we can't go out there. She's going to a new school now. If we go out and meet her anyway, she'll just keep coming back here. She'll just run away again, to somewhere other than the place she belongs. We've given her the opportunity to go back to school. That's as much as we can do for her. Let's watch how things go for a little longer. I don't know, man, you should probably call her house and let her mom know, hey, your child is here, just standing in front of the school instead of, going to her school, ? You should probably come get her? Our lessons go on, but Sheena continues to stand there waiting. Oh, I'm fine. Everything's fine here. How are you? When she becomes cold, she patters around the courtyard and huffs into her palms. Doesn't seem like Nanase can concentrate on the class either, as she keeps glancing out the window. Nagamori comes flying over as soon as it's break time. Hey man, I was outside in the cold all fucking... Well, I guess it isn't last night at this point. 2 nights ago, I guess? Day and a half ago? Oh, it was awful. It was raining sideways, 30-mile-an-hour winds. But, once again, I had to be the ground guy for 3 hours. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then our equipment kept failing. traumatic, absolutely traumatic experiences. Yeah. I think Nagamori understands as well as I do. There's no way that she'll just go and give up and leave. It's all the more pitiful because we know how dedicated she is, how she'll put her whole self into everything she does. It's about time we go. Seems we have no choice. Let's go. Nagamori responds to my suggestion with a big nod. Changing our shoes at the shoe rack, we head outside into the courtyard.
Mayu.
Catching sight of us, she quickly comes running over and... Hugging onto me by the chest, she breaks into tears. Heaving a sigh, Nagamori strokes her on the head. Maybe it's too early for her to be on her own after all. But even so, there are plenty of areas in which she's matured. Like... Before, she would have come into the school building while in her casual clothes. This time, because Nagamori scolded her, she waited for us out in the cold. We were too hasty. She just needs a little more time. Let's stop by her house after school. What do you even do, Nagamori? You said you're in like, the light music club. You can just not show up. It's fine. You go on home. You go home. You go on home first, Sheena. There we go. We'll work things out so that you'll be able to come to school again. Press X to doubt. Seeing her give a big nod, we part ways. Looking down into the courtyard, once we return to the classroom, we find it abandoned. Yeah, Christmas party. Oh, that's right. The day after tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Nagamori calls me from the doorway, having finished packing up. Okay, I'll be right there. Lifting up my empty bag, I get up from my seat. See you later, Nanase.
Bye-bye.
Whew. Don't. Ugh. I interpreted that as a yawn, even though it wasn't, and my mirror synapse is all fired. Mirror synapses? Mirror neurons? I don't know. Basically, the things in your brain that help you empathize with other people. Monkey see, monkey do kind of thing. It's one of the reasons why if you see someone yawning, you'll want to yawn too. Tossing my bag onto the floor, I collapse onto the bed without even changing. I feel like a little weight has been lifted from my shoulders. No, that isn't it. All I did was readjust the load. I feel better now because I've redistributed that weight, that's all. It wasn't just a matter of getting to know people. Sheena had learned things that you can't pick up from just getting to know others. I'll bet Sheena wanted to let her mother know that too. Those words she had said to her. I could tell from the stunned expression that flittered across her face. It was the first time she had heard such words coming from Sheena's mouth. That's probably why she, too, realized that Sheena really is trying hard. And so, once again, her mother ended up bowing to us. Good to have you with us again. Yeah, we've cleared it with her ma, but... Our school? Question mark? You know, they'd still have to, like, file the transfer papers, and then again, she'd have to actually keep up in class as an actual student if she transfers here. And with those final words, we left her house. Yeah, Eternity. You're too slow, Nagamori. Pick up the pace. Come on. Just how many more times do you think I'll run into something? Swish. I've gotten used to this by now. I can brace my legs, coming to a complete stop just before we collide. In contrast, Nanase is going too fast to stop and ends up crashing hard into the wall up ahead. I think that one was completely your own fault. Yeah, sounds like a pretty selfish excuse. Nah, we can leave her behind this time, right? Let's go. But it's her own fault. Still, it was your own fault. We make for a noisy group as we run with a clamorous Nanase trailing behind us. Pounding down the corridor, the three of us slide into the classroom. A new CG from the PS1 version. You can tell because the art style is completely different. Sheena quickly sets about pulling Nanase's hair. Hey, it's Sheena. You sure are here early? 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 What is it, Nanase? Oh, cool. What are you, an idiot? We arranged it so that Sheena will be coming to our school again. Shall I cut that hair off you? What? Shall I cut that hair off for you after all? Oh yeah, that. I remember talking about how Nanase would look good with short hair. She staggers back to her seat. Nanase's been lonely without you, so be sure to have plenty of fun with her, okay? The principal speaks, the guidance counselor speaks, the head of the year speaks, and then we heave a collective sigh as yet another person takes the stage. It's that kind of boring closing ceremony. Still, considering that's the last thing to endure before the end of the year, everyone manages to bear with it. Besides, not as if there's a single person seriously listening to all the talk. Everyone's thinking about the holiday that starts tomorrow. Return to the classroom, we begin to wait for the final homeroom to begin. Everyone immediately begins to discuss their plans for the rest of the day. Appearing in front of me, Nagamori calls out to Nanase. Yeah, funny looking. Hey. It's true that she comes in handy when you're aiming for laughs. Finishing their conversation, Nagamori returns to her own seat. Oh, that's right. It's Christmas Eve tonight, isn't it? Sheena! Do you know what day today is? Correct, but not the answer I was looking for. That's something else, too. Almost. That's right, it's Christmas. Do you know what people do on Christmas? They go to church and then their grandma's house. The only people who think that are children. Listen up, Mayu. Today, I'm going to teach you how adults spend Christmas. They spend Christmas at home by themselves, drinking an entire bottle of sake with their Santa Holo Dakimakura sitting at the table across from them, eating rye bread out of the bag and jam from the jar. That's how adults spend their Christmas. Source. It was less than a month ago, and I remember it. And for the record, I didn't buy the Dakimakura myself. I got it from a Secret Santa on A, like, oh god, must have been like 4 years ago now at this point. I missed the Secret Santa this year on A, which is unfortunate because that's actually like a really good event. I feel bad because one year I didn't Grinch them, but due to like shipping fucking stuff, the presents didn't get there until later, so they only got like half their stuff. And then the other half arrived late, and I forgot about it. It's honestly still sitting in my computer desk drawer for like the past 3 years. And for that, we'll need to meet up. I know, at 5 o'clock in front of the school gates.
5時校門前
Got it? Be sure to dress up nicely as you can. After all, it's an adult Christmas. Good. We part of the school gates, each first heading home. Arriving home, I quickly change. Putting on a striped shirt and a necktie, I pull on a jacket. Then, turning back, I head for the school gates where I'm arranged to meet her. I can still see a small number of students leaving the school. A little while later, I catch sight of Sheena pattering over towards me from down the footpath. Yep, that's her nice clothes. She takes a breath as she arrives at the school gates. Sheesh. Sheena. I can't help but sigh as I take a look at her. I told her to dress up nicely, didn't I? We're probably going to take her to ramen. And you come in that? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. This is no good. At this rate, we'll look like siblings. Suddenly... Hey, Nanase, don't ignore us!
何よ気づかなかっただけよ
As usual, she reaches out to pull Nanase's hair.
何今からデート
She pushes down on Sheena's forehead to stop her from getting any closer. Yeah,
にしてはまるで噛み合わない格好ね
you think so too, right? Sheena flails about. So, I wanted to ask you,
何よ
could you lend her some clothes?
私の
Yeah, something real nice looking.
嫌よめんどくさ
I see. I thought you'd have some fashionable clothes fit for a lady, but I guess you don't. That's a shame.
いあるわよもう
Oh, then lend them to her.
だから面倒だって言ってるでしょ
Do you really have any?
だからあるって
Liar.
本当
Now then, what's wrong with lending them to her? She'll even go to your house.
汚さないでよ
They'll be fine. Right, Sheena?
え
Just not for now. There, it'll be fine.
仕方ないわねじゃあ今から来るのねあんたはここで待ってなさい家を知られたくないから
You can probably just find it on the school registry. Or class registry, I don't know. I was about to say the recall roster, but you probably don't have one of those for your class.
ほらついてきて
Yeah, okay, that was in line. That was on screen that I was supposed to read, but didn't. Taking Jashina with her, Nanase walks off. 15 minutes later, the two of them come back. Jashina walking behind Nanase has undergone a complete transformation.
こんな感じかしら
Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about the... What do you even call that? It's not quite a cardigan. It's like... Are they supposed to be flowers? Or like snowflakes? Or just... I don't know, man. Hey, it really suits you.
じゃあ 私はこれで。
There we go. I was about to say, that's a pretty angry face for just that line. Sheena pulls Nanase's hair as she tries to leave.
こらミュウは私は用があるのよ。それにそんな野暮なことできるわけないでしょ。
Ah, that's right, Sheena. From today onwards, Nanase is going to start living as an ascetic in the mountains.
山ごもり。信じるな。
You gotta shave your head. Thanks, Nanase. See you later.
最後だけ綺麗にまとめにかかるわね。絶対汚さないでよ。
Yeah.
じゃあ、良いお年を。
We'll be covered in fucking ketchup and hamburger grease before you know it. It's just now me and Sheena. By the way, Sheena. It's not exciting to spend Christmas Eve together just as friends. So, when I give the signal, we're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend. Where's this coming from, bud? We're gonna be lovers until I say it's over, okay? Buddy? Okay, start! Well, I guess there's no actual physical change involved. It's more a question of mood. Yes, question of mood. Looks like the whole town's decorated for Christmas colors. Decorated in Christmas colors. Enjoying the lively atmosphere around town, we wander aimlessly until dinner. Sheena's empty stomach sounds a complaint, quite literally, early on, so I decided to look for a place to eat. Well, if we look around, I'm sure we'll find a place with room. On Christmas Eve, question mark? Avoiding the shops facing onto the main street, we walk through the back streets. There, just down a side street, we find a neat little Western restaurant. Wait here, okay? I'll go and ask whether we can go in. Going inside and asking, I find that it's okay. Nice. Okay, Sheena, they've got room. Going out again, I come back in with Sheena in tow. Ooh, fucking fancy. So fancy they got hamster paintings on the wall. As we were guided along the walkway, Sheena continues to give cries of "What?" From behind me. Having been led back to the farthest corner of the restaurant, we sit down in opposite seats. The rest of the restaurant seats are already filled. Even the empty seats are reserved, with knives and forks already laid prepared. Looks like we got lucky. Now then, what'll you have? Is there anything you want to eat? Now, they said Western restaurant, but that doesn't really narrow it down, because there's a pretty big difference between, like, French and Italian. Though, I would fucking kill to get some good escargot. Oh my god. Now, this might be my, like, I'm obnoxiously French genetically, like, over, like, 95% of me is a fucking Frenchman. But, dude, escargot, like, imagine... Okay, this is gonna be, like, a weird comparison, but imagine, like, scallops or clams, but, like, you remove some of the seafoodiness, which is a hard thing to imagine, but that's the only way I can describe it. I had some when I went to go visit my parents up at their place up in Vermont. There's a old German restaurant nearby that you can go, and they sell so it was like escargot, scallops, and cheese. And oh man, it was so fucking good, my guy. It was so fucking good. Oh, bumped my mic thinking about escargot. I was lost in the sauce. Don't worry about the cost. I've got my entire savings in my wallet. The waiter recommends the evening special before we even look at the menu, so we decide on that without hesitation. First, he prepares the champagne for us. Skillfully uncorking the bottle, he lines a pair of glasses up on the table and pours the champagne into them. Without carding you guys first? You guys probably don't look very old, especially Mayu. Sheena watches on in amazement as they fill with a swish. I pick up one of the glasses as the waiter takes his leave with a bow. It's champagne. Have you ever tried it? She shakes her head. Here, hold it with your hands. The first time I got drunk was on champagne. It was at one of my cousin's weddings when I was like 16. I had one glass, and I'm like, that's pretty alright. And then all my older cousins thought it'd be hilarious to give me their glasses too. I was really drunk. Well, I wouldn't say very drunk. I was fairly tipsy, and I just wanted to go back and watch. What was it? It was one of the seasons of Monogatari. That's what it was. It was before second season had started airing, so it was Neko Monogatari. Oh fuck, I can't speak. Neko Monogatari Kuro. The little fucking Spring Break Hanakawa prequel? Question mark? You know, the one that takes place between Kizu and Bake. That one. That was airing at the time, because I'm a fucking boomer and watched Monogatari as it was airing on TV. Yeah, I'm that old. I was about to say I'm not that old, but that was like 10 years ago. Oh, that hurt. Here, hold it in your hand. Cautiously holding the glass of champagne with both hands, she takes a sniff. Now, let's have a toast to our evening together. Cheers! Oh god, does she know how to fucking do it lightly? She's still sniffing. Come on, Sheena. I'll put your glass against mine. She's just gonna fucking smash it. She still looks confused as I forcefully press our glasses together. It's somewhat one-sided, but still, it's a toast. I take a sip. The bittersweet carbonic acid passing down my throat. It's a taste for adults. Never really thought I'd hear someone describe champagne as bitter, but I suppose it is, technically. You tried drinking some too, Sheena. Placing the glass down on the table, she draws her mouth near to drink from it, and then she's clearly twisting her face. You don't like it? Well, that's champagne for you. I see. I guess there's no helping it then. They probably have some sparkling apple juice or whatever, usually on hand for, like, at least you think they would for the holidays like this. I decided to order an extra juice. Our main dish, roast steak, is placed down on our table. I mean, yeah, you can roast steak, but you don't. I don't think I've ever heard roast steak as a menu item. That sounds like a way to get fucking shot in some states. Even Sheena breaks into a wide smile as she sees this. Decorated with green peas and carrots, while emitting a persistent sizzle, it evokes an irresistible feeling of hunger. I quickly slice at it with my knife and carry a piece into my mouth with my fork. Delicious. Right, Sheena? Checking back in front of me, I see Sheena simply stabbing away at the steak without trying to eat it. It seems she's on the verge of tears. It's not that she won't eat it, but rather that she can't. Use your knife to cut it, Sheena. She quickly seizes the knife with her other hand. That's right. Use that to cut it and then eat it. Hey! Since she doesn't hold it down, as she takes it with the... takes to it with the knife, she only succeeds in moving the entire steak. And suddenly, it's gone. Ah! Picking it up with her bare hands as though nothing had happened, she drops it back on her plate. Where did you just drop that? Don't tell me it was on your lap. Oh, that's not good. I stand up and walk over to stand beside her. As expected, the dress she borrowed from Nanase has been spectacularly smeared with sauce. Come with me. Pulling her up by the shoulder, I drag her towards the bathroom. Now, this is no time to be eating. Crap. The attention of the entire restaurant gathers upon us as the other patrons wonder what's happening. The waitress dashes over to us. No, it's just as it looks. Sorry about this. But Sheena shows no signs of stopping as her voice grows louder and louder. I can hear the patrons here and there giving discordant sighs. We should probably take this outside. No, scold her? You saying? Okay, guide. Hey, stop shouting so loudly. It doesn't look like she's gonna stop crying anytime soon. Well, actually, she's my girlfriend. You're my girlfriend, right, Sheena? She gives a firm nod, then stops crying. The waitress and I work together, thoroughly scrubbing the stains from our clothes. But there's nothing we can do about the parts that's already soaked in. Yeah, sorry about that. Yes, we certainly won't. We're very sorry for this disturbance we caused. I earnestly apologize, but even so, it feels bad for us to stay any longer. I quickly leave the restaurant, taking Sheena with me. What are we gonna do about those clothes? The one she's gonna be angry at, you know? I mean, you can, she's probably not expecting to get them back tonight, and you can probably just, take them home and wash them. And they're probably supposed to be only dry clean only, but, just throw some, what is it, baking soda? Does that get stains out? I don't know. I know you use hydrogen peroxide to get blood out. Actually, I have, a lot of little blood stains on my clothes. Mainly my work uniform, which sounds absolutely horrible, but it's usually just because I get pricked with fucking metal wire when I'm sticking my hands in, some flight surface, trying to feel around for a plug to unscrew to shoot wires. I only got to eat a mouthful myself, You didn't get takeout? You just left the entire steaks? It's getting late too, so it won't be easy finding another place to eat. What are we gonna do now? In the end, we decided to make do at a hamburger store. This is just typical of the sort of thing that happens to us. That's enough to make me sigh. Here. I take one out and pass it over to her. Accepting it, she happily unwraps it and takes a bite. Hey, look at that! It's the CG I used of her in the thumbnail. Except I used Photoshop to turn the hamburger into a donut. Huh? You sure are easily satisfied, aren't you? Sheena continues to munch on the burger without a care in the world. Well, maybe we should have done this from the beginning. Do you even understand what I mean? Ah, it's okay. Forget it. Does that taste nice? I think to myself, if Sheena can restrain herself from crying while thinking of herself as my girlfriend, it might just be for the best if I never tell her that it's over. Buddy? That's why when the day comes to an end, I say nothing more than, well, bye-bye as we part. Our Christmas Eve ends, and we enter into extended time as lovers. Not sure. Go ahead, my dude. Normally you're like pretty alright, but this is kind of you're kind of pushing it here. Though that probably isn't on her mind at all, which is an issue. The winter holidays arrive, and at last it becomes the new year. But for us, the New Year season is a mess. And with that, we will end it here for today, so you no longer have to listen to me rambling on. Yeah, I'll probably just upload this, like, right now. It's currently, like, 4 p.m. Eastern time, so it'll probably be, like, 4:35 when this goes up. So, once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment down below, and tell me how uncomfortable you currently are with their relationship, ? Relationship? If it can be called that? I don't know how Kohei thought this was a good idea, or how he came about with this idea. It seems just kind of out of left field, and like the writers are like, well, we're at the point in the route where they get together, so now they are together. Little bit of a plot contrivance, but I will just hand wave it and not think too hard about it, which I think is for the best. So, as I said, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all next time for the next episode of 1. Hope to see you all there. Later.